Squad was bolstered this summer with the arrival of striker Ollie Watkins for £28 million from the Championship side Brentford. Playing football in League Two just 3 years ago, our reporter Rob Scanlon caught up with Villa's new record signing to recap his route to the top.
Back in for Watkins for a hat-trick.
A perfect hat-trick against the champions of England is an incredible way to announce yourself as a Premier League player, especially when you consider that Ollie Watkins was initially rejected as a 9-year-old by his first club, Exeter City. They're certainly very proud of him down in Devon.
This kid has his feet on the ground, his family exactly the same. There's no amount of money would make it go to his head.
We're all rooting for him down here, my family, his family. Everyone from Devon is rooting for him to do really well because he's such a great lad.
I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him be very successful at Aston Villa, and you never know if he does particularly well. All of a sudden England isn't a million miles away now.
It's nice just to hear them words from people who have obviously been there in my career, and yeah, hopefully I can keep improving and like Pewee said, maybe make my England debut in the future and, you know, go on to make the people at Exeter proud.
He had some tough times, and certainly in his younger years, you know, he was always very competitive, and if things weren't going his way, he could get a little bit emotional.
I can remember I wanted to take a free kick, and one of the other lads who never really took free kicks said, I'm taking it, and I said, all right, I'm not playing then. I said, take me off. I let him take the free kick, he blazed it miles over. But yeah, that happened like a few times just because I was so desperate to win, and I just loved football back then.
He wasn't on free kicks or penalties at Brentford last season, but still got 26 goals in the Championship. Tottenham were keen, but Villa won the race, and the £28 million sale included a crucial sell-on fee for Exeter. Every time the boy, born in Torquay on the south coast, has moved further north, his value has gone in the same direction. Watkins certainly has an affection for traditional English seaside towns. He said the best thing he ever did was go out on loan to non-league Weston-super-Mare as an 18-year-old. He scored 10 in 24 games. Now, there isn't an exhibit dedicated to that here in the excellent Weston Museum, but by the time he returned to Exeter, his confidence was sky high, and the club would soon be very happy with a big fee coming their way. With fans not allowed in the stadium, these are worrying times for lower league clubs who rely on matchday revenue. So to put this all into context, the new Adam Stansfield stand behind me cost £3.5 million to build. The Ollie Watkins sale earned the club, in terms of the initial transfer fee to Brentford and now the sell-on clause, £5.3 million. But this would not have been possible had the club made a fairly drastic decision a few years ago.
You can shut an academy down, as so many have done, because it's an instant saving. I can understand why people do it. We didn't. We had to raise a lot of money. It's a very difficult position and situation, but we had to keep that money going. We did fundraising for probably 3 or 4 years to keep it going whilst we were in the conference, because I was very, very aware that it takes you, 7, 8, 9, 10 years even to bring it to fruition. It's not a short-term project.
With all signs pointing to a bright future for Exeter and Aston Villa enjoying their best start to a season in 90 years, there is a lot for Ollie Watkins to smile about. 5 years on from playing non-league football, he says he now wants to overtake Villa's record Premier League scorer, Gabriel Agbonlahor. Just the 72 more goals required.